All right, I'm back, and I'm sure y'all watched late Sunday night, past your bedtime. Cowboys win, got the dub. Anyways, today is Tuesday. Friday is the end of the 9 weeks. For my class, at least, all your grades are due by Friday. That's the last day. Okay. So if you're not passing now, you either got your grade sheet yesterday with the sub or you got it today. That is your grade. I'm not going to put in anything new for this 9 weeks this week. So that's why I call it the frozen floor. It's frozen, meaning it can't go down below what it is now. So if you do nothing, that's probably going to be your grade, okay? But you have until Friday to do some stuff, bring your grade up. Even if you're already passing, you should still turn in all your missing work, do all your corrections, get it as high as you can, right? So no need to sweat just yet, but Friday's the end of the grading period. So here's the deal. See this second line? All work done this week still counts. I'm just not going to put it in the grade book for first 9 weeks. It's going to go into the grade book for second 9 weeks, okay? And that's to help you not have new grades that bring your grade down, okay? So your grade cannot go down for the first 9 weeks. I'm trying to help you out. That being said, today you got the warm-up sheet. Yesterday was a sub, so hopefully you didn't start writing on Monday. Today is warm-up, but write sub for Monday. And then today we're finding slope using this. Look, slope formula. Do y'all remember that? We did this on the 25th, given 2 points. Use this formula to find the slope. Okay, let's do that. Here we go. These 2 points are x1, y1, and x2, y2. So is everyone looking up here? Phones away, please. Looking up here. We're going to write this big old fraction bar. Now I'm going to do y2 minus y1. So what's y2? -7. I have to put the minus sign, and then y1 is 3. Okay? Now, that's on the top of the fraction. On the bottom of the fraction is the run, which is x2 minus x1. Okay, so x2 is 4. I have to put the minus sign, and then x1 is -1. Now look, I'm subtracting the x1, which is a negative. So you have to write -1. The most common error I see is people putting 4 minus 1. It's not 4 minus 1, it's 4 minus -1. So sometimes you have a minus and a negative. You could just type that straight into Desmos, but I'll do the mental math for you here. -7 minus 3 is -10. 4 minus a negative is like adding 1, give you 5. -10 over 5 is -2. Okay, now, notes for today, we're going to try to do these real quick, that way we have time for you to do some corrections. The assignment, you'll have time either today or tomorrow to do. But this is all review from middle school math, honestly. You'll see. Cool. Here we go. Here we go. Everyone's ready to write? All right, let's see if y'all can help me. We are talking about the slope-intercept form of a linear equation, okay? Let's see if y'all can help me. Y equals what? What do you normally have y equals what? Do y'all know the slope-intercept form? Y equals mx plus b. Have y'all heard that before? If not, that's fine. Today's the day. mx plus b. This is the linear slope-intercept form. You're going to see this a lot during this year, and this is the day we discuss it. Y equals mx plus b. Now, m is the slope, and b is the y-intercept. So write that down real quick. All right, now here's the deal. The reason why this can be confusing is m and slope, well, slope doesn't start with an m. So it's kind of weird, right? And then b, well, y-intercept doesn't start with a b, right? So it's not like an acronym taking the first letter, okay? Here's one way to remember this, okay? When I think of m and slope, think of a mountain. What does a mountain have? Lots of slope, steepness. And then the y-intercept, when you graph, that's going to be the beginning of the graph. So it kind of makes sense that the m is going to be the mountain slope, and then the y-intercept is going to be the beginning of your graph, the b. That's one way to help you remember this, okay? Now, is everyone with me? Y equals mx plus b. You're going to write an equation where you replace m and you replace b with some numbers. Look at number 1. Slope is 2. Does everyone know that slope is your m? And then the y-intercept is -1. Does everyone know that y-intercept is b? Can you replace mx plus b with the number 2 and the number -1? That's it. So here we go. You always write y equals, I'm going to replace the m with 2. You always write the x, and then it's plus b, plus -1. Now, I wouldn't write plus -1 because usually we just see it written as -1, okay? If you write plus -1, it's not wrong, but it's not the way you're normally going to see it. You're going to see it like this, just a minus sign, okay? Cool. Make sure you write sub. Like, I know, but what goes here? Right, so write sub here, and then draw an arrow up. Okay. All right, number 2, same idea. You always write y equals, m is -3/5x plus b, which is 4. Now I'm going to have to write this, so give me a second. Fraction the way I want to. So here we go. -3/5x plus 4. Okay? So here's my question. Can you do that on these next 4 in the next like 30 seconds? Sure you can. All right, go ahead. Starting now. Replace m with the slope and replace b with the y-intercept. All right. Did you write y equals -3x plus 2? Slope goes here, y-intercept goes here. That's it, right? What about the next one? Now look, this is weird. Look, y equals, look right here. If you have a 1, you usually don't write the 1. It's invisible math. It's implied, okay? So if you write negative 1x, that's okay, but you're normally going to see it just like this, negative x, okay? The 1 is usually not written. It's implied. It's invisible, right? Hey, get off that phone. Now, plus 7, right? Okay, now, number 5. Y equals, the slope is 1 over 4, x. Now, I could write plus 0, but normally we don't see plus 0, that it's adding nothing, okay? So that's another invisible math. If you have a plus 0, a 0 y-intercept, you just don't write it. That's it, okay? So again, if you write plus 0, it's not wrong. It's just you're not going to see it like that ever, okay? Last one. Y equals negative 1 over 5, sorry, negative 5 over 2 x minus 3. If you put plus negative 3, it's not wrong, but the way you're going to see it is like this, minus 3. Okay, now look, we need to do two things. From a graph, write an equation, and from an equation, draw a graph, okay? So, number 7, this is going to see if we can do, look, what we did on the 30th, okay, and the 9th, we've done finding slope from a graph. Let's do this again. Do y'all see I have 2 points on the grid here on number 7? Do I start on the left or the right? Everybody? We start on the left, like we're reading from left to right. I have too many people start on the right and go down into the left. Don't do that. Always start at the one on the furthest to the left, right here, okay? Now, we're going to count the rise over run. So let's do that. Rise is up and down. So I'm going to rise which way? Up, 1, 2, 3. And then it runs always to the right, in this case 1. Does everyone see how I'm counting rise over run? Start on the left, up or down first, and then go to the right. So 3 over 1, okay? Does everyone know that if a number is over 1, look above me, that's a whole number. Y'all see this right here? A number over 1 is just a whole number. So 3 over 1 just means 3. Cool. Now, B, where I begin, is my y-intercept. So I'm going to look at this y-axis, okay? Where does it cross the y-axis? Right here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 below 0. So what's my y-intercept? Is it 4 or something else? If it's below 0, it's negative 4. Okay? Y'all got me? So we start at 0, down 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 4 is my y-intercept. Okay? Let's try another one. And another one. So I got 2 points. Do I start on the left or the right? Left. So starting here on the left. Now, if I'm going to rise up or down, this one goes down to the right. Please remember, down is negative, right? So down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, negative 6 over 4. All right. Now here's the deal. If you type that into Desmos, it'll reduce it for you. Or mental math, they're both even, they divide by 2. Either way, you get negative 3 over 2 for your slope. Now where's the y-intercept? It crosses this y-axis right here. So here's 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up. 7 up. 7 below above 0 means positive 7. Okay. So now I have m, and now I have b. Do you see how both of these I have slope and y-intercept? Just like the top of this note, can't you just write the equation now? Y equals m, which is 3, x plus b, negative 4, or just minus 4. Same thing over here. Y equals m, which is negative 3 over 2, x plus b, so plus 7. Does everyone see? You have to count rise over run first, find the y-intercept, that's your m, that's your b, write it as mx plus b, okay? I'm gonna give you a minute. I want you to try the next 4, flip it over, 4 to try. Speed round, see if you can do it in 1 minute, okay? And your time starts now, 1 minute. All right, that was a minute. Here we go. Number 9. Did you count the rise over run? So I need my m, rise over run. So starting on the left, I rise up 2. I rise right 5, 2 over 5. Because it goes up to the right, it's positive. Up 2, right 5. What's my b? So right here, it's 3 below 0. 3 below 0 is negative 3. So y equals 2 over 5x minus 3. Do you see we did rise over run for the slope? The y-intercept is on the y-axis, right? And number 10, similarly, now look at 10. It's going up 1, right 1. Every time. You could pick a closer point if you really wanted to, okay? If you use the points they gave you, you have 5 over 5, okay? Whether you do 5 over 5 or 1 over 1, it reduces to 1, okay? So again, a slope of 1 is up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. And then my b, my y-intercept is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 below. That's negative 6. So here's my equation. Y equals, should I write the 1 in front of x? No, it's invisible math. It's implied. So it's just x minus 6. If you write 1x, it's okay, but that's not the way you're going to see it. I want you to get used to. X means 1x. 1 over 1. 1 over 1. Okay? All right. Number 11. All right, now this goes down 1. That's negative 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my bad. To get from this point to this point, it goes down 2 over 8. Negative 2 over 8 reduces to negative 1 over 4. The y-intercept is right here at 5. So we get negative 1 over 4 x plus 5. All right, and then 12 is up 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's 4 over 3 x. And then look, what's the y-intercept here? That's at 0. I could write plus 0, but you're never going to see it like that. So you just leave it just like that. 4 over 3x is done. You don't need to write plus 0. It's implied. Now, all of that, if you remember, is going from a graph to an equation. Now we need to do the last step from an equation to a graph. Cool? And I got a nice little song for y'all. Y'all like songs, don't y'all? Of course you do. All right, now look. Here's your 4 steps. When you have an equation, step 1, it needs to be in slope-intercept form. Go ahead and write y equals next to it. Is your equation in y equals form? Well, these bottom 3 equations are all y equals. So step 1 is done. Step 2 and 3, you need to graph the b first, and then you're going to graph the slope. Once you have 2 points, you use your ruler, straight edge, to make a nice straight line. All right. Now, step 1, is it y equals? It is. Step 2, what do I graph first? So here's the deal. You got to know what m is. You got to know what b is, right? Where's the slope? Where's the y-intercept? So here's a little song, right? Have y'all ever heard the Mexican hat dance? Na-na, 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 na-na. I don't know. It's like a dance. I don't know. Na-na, 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 na-na. You heard the song? I didn't make it up. I'd look it up, but I don't got time. So look, here's the deal. Ready? Canción de matemáticas. Right? All right. Here's how it is. Da-na, da-na, da-na. The slope is in front of the x. Da-na, da-na, da-na. The slope is in front of the x. Recuerdo. All right. So that was another Miss Marrero song. Thank you, Mrs. Marrero. All right. It's great. It's a great song. All right. So here's the deal. So what's the slope? Well, it's in front of the x. But Mr. G, what's in front of the x? I only see a minus sign. That means minus what? What number is in front of the x if there's no number there? There is an implied 1, right? So look, this slope is negative 1 over 1. If there's no number, it's a 1, and it's also going to be over 1, like this one says. All right? So again, just a negative sign means negative 1 over 1x, okay? Plus 5. Now, I'm going to ask you this question every time. What do I graph first, the m or the b? B for beginning. What do I graph first, the m or the b? B for beginning. Okay, so what's the b? It's 5. So put a point at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if your slope is negative 1 over 1, you're going to go down 1, right 1. You graph the b first, then you use the slope. Down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1. And you can use your nice straight edge to make a nice straight line on your graph. Hopefully yours looks nicer than mine. Number 2, is it y equals? It is. Do I graph the m or the b first? B is where you begin, okay? My b is negative 1. So put a point at negative 1, which means down 1. Not left, not right, not up, down 1. Okay. Now look, -3 means -3 over what? Remember, slope needs to be a fraction. Slope is rise over run. So -3 is -3 over 1. Look right here. You got to know that a whole number is over 1. So if my slope is -3 over 1, does that go up or down? Negative goes down. Okay, so down 3, right 1. Again, if you have a negative, that goes down to the right. Okay, you can use your straight edge to make a nice straight line. Last but not least, number 3, mx plus b. Do I graph the m or the b first? B is where you begin. You graph this number first on the y-axis. And now I'm going to use the m slope to rise over run. Rise 2, run 5. And now I can use my nice straight edge to make a nice straight line. That's it. Okay? So those are the rules for graphing. You got to be able to graph. I'm going to give you this assignment, but you have today and tomorrow to work on it, as well as do all of your corrections. So let's get it.